Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Megaquarium. We're on the 5th map today. This theatre has fallen into disuse. You're going to convert it into a successful aquarium. This is your opportunity to demonstrate everything you've learned so far. It's time to build an aquarium of your own design. The only conditions to success are you must reach rank 7 and obtain a minimum number of different animal species. You will have opportunities to complete optional objectives as you grow. It is up to you whether you decide to accept these or not, but you may find it easier to succeed if you do. Good luck. Right, so let's have a look what we've got here. We've got a few different things we can put into tanks, or we can leave them there. And what I think it would be actually quite nice to do, just looking at this straight off, if we actually have a few separate rooms, we've got 7,000 to start, so we've got a decent amount to start. If we have, I mean, this looks like a good area for a big tank, doesn't it? We're going to have to move some stuff around. So let's see what we can do. Let's just clear out this area and we can put it all back into a tank there. But I do quite like the idea of having this big bit here as, I don't know, maybe it'll have to be a big tank, or maybe it'll have to be a few smaller tanks. So let's get rid of all of the walls and get rid of these as well, and we'll see what we're going to need, because we're going to need a backstage area, definitely. So let's see what size tanks we can actually get here. And just getting a basic tank, just making sure that, yeah, if I right click it stops the actual process of it. So let's see with a Belfast tank first of all. And I could get Belfast tank there, and oh, actually no, I can make it a nice big Belfast tank like that. So I could do one of those. Or I could do like a deep observer tank, and I could do it like that, or I could do a wall tank, a deep wall tank, and have that there, and I'll have two of those. Yeah, I think that's probably the best. If I do a big wall tank there, that's 1,120. That's not too bad actually. And almost as if it was made for it, we can make another one there. I like that. And then we'll put up a wall in between. And then we'll have space down here to put stuff in. So if we actually put in something like that, that fills up that space nice and easily. It gives us access to both tanks. And it automatically creates a backstage area here, which is going to need to be improved a bit. We bring the camera up, we will increase the amount of space we have here by a few. So that's the backstage for here. We're going to need a staff door. What I quite like the idea of is having so a gift shop area down here and some toilets. I might actually put toilets in here. So if we plan for having 3 toilets in there and 3 toilets in here, that'll give us all of the toilet needs. So we can grab, do we have toilets? Yes, we're in here. There we go, basic toilets. So there's toilets on the way in. And then here we've got some walls. So we've got plenty of space here for, let's say, like gift shop and stuff. We'll have drinks machine there and there, and then We'll have chocolate machine just on the other side, there and there. We can have bins, one there and one there. And we have some, do we have them yet? Doesn't look like we have a gift shop areas yet. Just have a look in these, see if it's anywhere. No, it doesn't seem to be. Right, so let's get this backstage area set up now. Still got a shell there I need to move. We'll put 1, 2, 3 and 4 tool stations down. We will move this into there. We can move this, but it doesn't actually go into the tanks. So I think it'd be quite nice to put one of them there and one of them there as a kind of entrance way in. See if we can get that turned around. Let's see what this looks like as you come in. So we'll head out of into my interdimensional pathway here, float around in space for a bit. And so we come in and this is what it's like on the way in. We've got some nice accessible toilets on the way in. We have the palm trees going through to the food and drinks and then in and you're straight into here. I also quite like the idea of having these things on the floor somewhere around here. So we'll have the some treasure chests and stuff in this actual foyer bit. And I want to keep this foyer bit fairly nice and open like this. It gives it a really nice feel to the place. Having things like this around. So put that there. Nice little curios. Put some barrels down here. I quite like the idea of having one just in the middle there. So it's like a shanty town thing where things have just been put everywhere. And for the little kids we'll have something in the corner here, just a nice thing, treasure chest, so people come down to the front. I quite like this being over here because nobody wants to be there anyway, so it's nice just to have the net in front of there, and we will fill these up in a bit. I've actually spent quite a lot of money here, so I need to actually fill in the fish now and get some staff and get some revenue generating. So we'll focus on this tank for now, and we won't get too much in. Although one thing I do need to do first is get a staff door. So I will increase this and I will bring that across to there and those two out. And then I will put a staff door into there. So that's a staff door in and gives you a nice way into here. Gives you access to the back. Right, so the fish. Fish we want something fairly easy first of all. But we are going to want to generate some ecology, I think they are, and the science. So this is a nice bang for your buck science, 135 for 35 science there. These do not grow. They require some skill, but that's okay. They eat the mussels. They cannot be housed with any non-lionfish or scorpion fish. Right, so if we put those in, we're going to have all lionfish in there, and that's a massive amount. So no, I want to start off then with a flame angelfish and a coral fish, because they are, you can only have one of them in each tank. So I'll place one of them there, and the other one was a flame angelfish, but they do not like being with any other fish of their own type. So we know we're only going to have one of each of those in. So we've got oranges and we've got purple and orange there. So I think these royal grammars are going to be really quite nice to go in with them. So we'll stick 4 of those in. And if we're going to go with something like that, then these are size 3 and they're not going to grow. These are size 3 and these are size 3, so we do not want something like a coral group or anything that's going to eat larger fish in there. These guys, size 4, need some cave, but we can stick some cave in, that's fine. And we need at least 4 of these, so that'll be fine. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I think as a start off, that'll be okay. I'll be quite happy with that. So we're going to put a pitted column in here, first of all, give us a nice big amount of the cave there. We're also going to need some of the this stuff is probably best, so we'll put in some like that. Let's get a better idea of how this is. I'm going to stick the shell into the cage there. I'm actually going to stick... No, I'll leave that in there. That's okay. That. What else do we want? We want some kelp at the back. A little bit at the front as well. We'll stick some eel grass in there. And how much space do we have in there now? Maybe some... small rocks. There we go. I think that'll be quite nice. Let's go down to street level and see what it's like. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm happy with that. So zoom back out and let's hire some staff. We need 21 different animals in total. That's going to be fairly easy for what I have planned in here. This is a bit more like a sandbox mode type thing. So here we're going to need some feeding skill, so we do not have a great feeding skill there, but you're going to be brilliant for fixing. +4 from memory. Oh, is there only +4? Wow, I thought it'd be much more. We are going to get you anyway because your memory is really high. You're going to be a very, very good member of staff later on. We're going to invest in you. You are okay. You've got a decent fitness, which is overall speed. And you're decent at feeding, so we're going to get you. And you have very, very good empathy, which is for feeding and gift shop. You are amazing. Yes, you are definitely coming in here. And in fact, I'm going to set these up straight away. I'm going to go to manage. And is it this, which one was it? It was... Is it Quinn? Yeah, Quinn. So you are going to be on feeding straight away, and I'm actually going to turn off feeding on Zhao here because you have a minus to it, so I don't want you actually feeding anybody at the moment. You are okay, that's not too bad, 23, that's a decent enough skill to be getting on with, so I'm happy to go with you. And so that'll do that, that's okay. So now we just need to do the little backstage area bit here. We're going to just shove it in around the back without a pump. We don't need the pump in at the moment. So we're going to go for a large heater in there. We need 2 of those. We're going to get a large filter. And that will be okay, but as a backup and redundancy, I'm going to stick a skimmer in there as well. So this is going to need some green pellet dispensers. Let's put those at the back here. So a green pellet dispenser. I'm going to get double up on these as well, and I'm going to get a where are you? An orange pellet dispenser. And we will double up on you as well. So I now have 58. I am completely out of money, but we have actually built up a fair amount here. We've got broom cupboard, we've got the only thing we don't have, let's see if we have enough for it, is sponge sink, but we don't quite. Now we do. We will pause the game and just grab a sponge sink for the back here, which we will place in just there. Get 2 of them. Okay, let's unpause the game. We've got 3 members of staff. That's far more than we need at the moment, but I'd like to get more than we need. We do have some bins. We're going to need to place some more bins around here as well. We'll just play this on fast speed. I like playing on fast speed rather than normal. I find normal a little bit too slow if people are just walking around like this, especially if your first tank is over here and the entrance is here. Yeah, it's a bit... What I could have done is actually taken these out and created small tanks here, which is maybe something we do in an expansion later on. So let's go for it anyway. So here we have our first science project. We're going to go straight away for the guide bookshelves. That is a bit of extra revenue into the place, and will be good for the extra objectives, the optional objectives later on. So what do we want to go for? I think the other one here is going to be a cold water tank. So we'll have a tropical tank and a cold water tank. It'll allow us to put in a fair few different things into these, and we can use them as just basic storage as well for different fish. So we're going to go straight away for go for the ballon wrasse then. Let's get a cold water. I think there's more tropical fish than there is cold water fish in this game, so you need to get cold water fish as soon as you can. But this is going to be very, very slow at first, so I think what we need to do is focus on money generation. So I do want to get this guy up as fast as we can. So to do this, we're going to need some stuff in the back. We're going to need the chiller. We've only got a basic chiller for now. So what I will do is I'll leave that for a little bit and I'll get everything else set up. So we will get a filter, which is slightly too far away. Put that on there. And we will grab a protein skimmer. And because at the moment we're going to need a lot of basic chillers to be able to get this. Where I think we're going to need 4 of them, whereas we only need 2 of these bigger ones here. We're going to need a huge amount though, so we're starting off on rank 6. It costs 3,200 research points in either ecology or in science to get even a single thing researched. So we're going to need to really go for the big draws. So I think these Arabian butterfly fish, is there anything which... No, they just eat corals and gorgonians and clams. These are fine with other fish. So in here we have a total of 34 out of 112. So we can actually pump a fair few of these in there and get a nice decent amount of science output there. So science output is going to increase here, and we'll be able to get the guidebook shelves, and then we'll get the large chillers, and then we'll open up this tank. We do need a little bit more rock in here. I'll just pause the game while I put that in. Where can I put another one of these? There. Excellent. We do need a bit more water filtration as well. And we're going to need the sponge pellets. So let's grab... Again, we're going to double up on these, so we're going to get... Oh, we don't have enough money. Let's get at least one of these, come on. Give me enough money. There we go. So at least they will be fed. Let's have a look at this. Here is our first message, our first optional mission. The objectives: build a tank with different green pellet eaters, different plants, sufficient water quality and sufficient heating. Yep, let's do it. Gives us a bit more money and means we only need to stick one more different thing in here, and we will have that. So let's get a green pellet eater. Ecology fish. This is the ecology version of this one, so that's good. And yeah, we can put these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the sponsorship money. Excellent. So this looks like it's going to be fine. And I think also in this tank I'm going to stick some of these half and half chromis just to fill up the tank. So there's 4 of those. We still have a little bit of space in there, but that is this one. I'm happy with this, and this is going to stay like this pretty much all the time now. We're going to stick a couple more in there to bring it up to 112. But that is this tank done. And I think that is a good place to leave it here for today. We've opened up the aquarium. We've got our first tank fully upgraded. It's making us a decent amount of science points, so we're going to get the guidebooks fairly soon. We've got our entranceway, we've got everything we need for the customer satisfaction, and we've got a decent staff and workforce as well. Everything we need there. So I think the last thing I do need to do is stick a couple more of these broom stands in, just so that we can get cleanliness sorted, and a couple more of these sponge sinks in, like that, and that's it. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.